My presentation today is entitled Why Bother with MIS? And seeing as I work for an MIS manufacturer and this is partly my business, it might seem a slightly odd stance, but I am aware that value in an industry and where people place their money to make an investment, we all see it very, very differently. And all I want to do today is try and shed a little bit of light on our world and maybe a different view in terms of where you think the value is when you make an investment decision, whether that's software or whether that's a piece of hardware. We often are talking about, well, an MIS can manage your business process, it can give you absolute clarity and visibility on everything that goes on from the initial inquiry right the way through to you posting your invoice, tell you where things are, give you visibility on your whole business, financial, job, production, costing, but people are like, yeah, but what's in it for us? Critically, a lot of people just saw it as something that was maybe automate a few estimates at the front end, maybe automated a job bag, but it wasn't something that they used to develop their business and drive their processes forward because they didn't see it that way. We do sometimes feel that if an MIS system looked like a press or a device, another piece of kit, that printers would be more willing to invest on a yearly basis because it's something a little bit more tangible, I think, that you can see money coming out the back of that. MIS software can look like this. So what, it's just a screen of data. But the next slide is the one and only screen I'm going to show you in detail, so this is not the world according to us. This is a screen that a lot of our customers hold great store by because it gives you a bird's eye view specific to your role within the business, whether that's financial, whether that's production, whether that's sales, of key performance indicators that are updated in real time. And for us, we feel this is significant if you trust this data. And many of our customers, salesmen will fight over who's top because they're constantly seeing at the alert screen, right, who's top sales performer. Production will have meetings around the back of it. And when you drill into that information, you've got layers of detail that can then unlock the lid and tell you what you need to know. So we would believe that data like this can really improve your business. So MIS sometimes doesn't convey what we want, and 3 years ago, we got the distinct impression that's how people felt when we spoke about MIS, because it's just a black hole of data. We wanted to generate more positive feelings, and critically we wanted people to feel that when they looked at their data that it could take their business somewhere, that if they trusted it and believed in it, it could really make a change. So what does this show us? For us, we stopped talking about MIS even though we were an MIS vendor 3 years ago. We started to focus on people's processes, which is what lean manufacturing is about. And specifically, excuse my little man there who's leaning, pardon the pun, but yeah, lean processes. Something that is understandable and that is really, really clear and gets away from the normal chaos, which is sometimes when a piece of software goes in, you get the blame game. We go in and do audits and surveys where people bought something 5 years ago, people who had the system, who invested in it, they left, people don't know why they bought it, people aren't properly trained, and then it just goes round in a bit of a cycle, unfortunately, that, well, kind of sits in the corner, I'm not sure what it does, but we don't like it, and it's the system's fault. Now, if you change the dynamic and we start talking about, well, what do you have to do on a daily basis, how can we help you, talk about processes, it's a whole different ballgame. Our view is that historically software projects as well, whether they're MIS or otherwise, have not worked properly because investment hasn't been balanced. We tend to feel that money goes in if people want to produce, if they make a large capital investment like a press. The MIS can sit there a little bit befuddled and confused because an investment is made, but critically, whereas time might be put to a larger capital investment and also training, that doesn't necessarily happen when it comes to software. It's often seen as the correlation. Well, I bought the software, why do I need to do training? Doesn't it just work? Doesn't it just plug and play? Well, actually no, because if we really understand your business processes, it's moulded to fit. It's efficient, it's clear, people are very, very clear on how they use that software. It's not a guessing game, it's not a magical white knuckle ride. With training, you really can make a difference because people are confident, and confident people who know what's expected of them with the software, they start using it properly and they start singing its praises and it starts delivering for management. Why bother with MIS? Because it really will make you money. We've got products in 23 countries and 8 languages. We've got people absolutely booming, and it's no coincidence to me either that the people that are doing well, all of them use their software, all of their investment in a very consistent way. It's not about the short term, it's about their continuous process.